Hello everyone, it's Lori with Time Traveling Treasures. It's a little bit of a different setup. I'm rearranging, as you might know. I'm kind of doing a bit of a DIY project, moving into a new office space. So things are a little everywhere right now, so I'm just trying to set up where I've got a space. So today is the Friday after Halloween. I hope everyone had a great Halloween and the kids got lots of goodies and the parents got lots of goodies after the kids went to sleep and raided all of the trick-or-treat bags. I mean, what? We don't do that. No, we don't do that. Okay, so I am going to do a haul video from Tuesday, when I went thrifting on Tuesday. I apologize for not getting things uploaded on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday like I planned on doing. I had some problems with YouTube and getting things uploaded, so I think I got that worked out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're good to go. So hopefully we can kind of ease into a little bit more of a routine and you guys can kind of know when to expect things. So this is a very small haul of things that I got on Tuesday when I did my my little circuit that I do. There's a CHKD, which is Children's Hospitals of King's Daughters. It's a local hospital and they have a charity. It's a children's hospital. And they have a charity, thrift store in the area. There's a few around here. And on Tuesdays they have 25% off. So I usually take that day to hit all of the thrift stores that are in that area. There's actually two in our town. So there's one on either end. I'm kind of live in the middle. So there's one on either end. So I usually try and hit, I make Tuesday a thrifting day so that way I can make sure I get CHKD in that day. And then also on Tuesdays, I don't know how your Goodwills work, but our Goodwills, the stickers have a certain color, and depending on what color is active that week, there'll be like a big sign, and anything with that color tag is 50% off. And they start the new color on Sundays. So if I go shopping on Tuesday, it's still kind of early enough from Sunday where everything of that color isn't completely bought out. I've tried going on a Saturday and there's hardly anything left of that color, because I think they mainly price it just to kind of clear out their inventory a little bit. So with all of that said, I am going to get started. I'm going to start with the CHKD first. So everything here was an additional 25% off. Okay, time out. I just want to let you guys know that I did try and film on Tuesday. I think the bloopers alone from the thrifting videos would probably be entertainment enough for you guys, but I didn't make a video of it because the music was kind of off, and then with the hiccups that I had with YouTube, so I will be going thrifting, I am sure, or to estate sales over the weekend, so hopefully Monday I might have some footage for that. Again, we're just going to keep crossing those fingers. So, okay, let's get started. CHKD. I have not even opened this yet, and I probably won't go through all of them on video. But I got a bag full of vintage Christmas. I started to say Halloween. I'm still stuck on Halloween. Christmas ornaments. They're just wooden ornaments, and I haven't gone through them all yet. Some of them seem a little bit newer. Some of them seem handmade. If you're kind of in my age range, back in the day, we had the kits that were just the wooden ornaments, and you could paint them, and they came with like the little 5-color paint set, so you had to get really creative. But we used to paint those. My sister and I used to paint those, and there's actually some of them in here, like this wreath is one, and I saw some of those in there, and normally I wouldn't really get those because a lot of times they're done by kids. But these were actually done really, really well. So here, okay, I'm going to take a couple out. But see, I mean, that's painted really, really well. So I'd probably just sell all of these as a set because they are nostalgic, especially to people my age. They're a little bit nostalgic, and I think they would look nice on a tree. So I don't know if I'm going to sell those for the whole lot or if I'm going to kind of group like designs together. But I got that whole bag for $2.98, and then there was 25% off of everything that I'm getting ready to show you from Stage KD. So I will not be doing math. Sorry, I'm not going to do math. You'll just have to figure it out. We'll just say I got a really good deal. I can say that a lot of this stuff was already marked down and pretty far down. So this is Odagiri. It's a, okay, at first I thought this was like a napkin holder, but I don't think it's a napkin holder. You can see it says Odagiri. So it says Odagiri, and as you can see, the price was 56 cents for this, which is a really good deal. There's not a chip, a ding, nothing on it. But I think that this is a letter holder for an office, not necessarily a napkin holder. I mean, I guess you could put anything you want. You can, well, probably not a taco. I don't think a taco might break, but I'd probably use this for like an office type thing. But there is this one, which is 56 cents. And then they have a matching Victorian house. And the series is San Francisco houses, because on the bottom, this is actually a music box. And it does play. You're just going to have to trust me on it because I don't want to listen to it ding and wind back down during the whole video. So just trust me, it still plays. It's kind of slow starting, but maybe it's just because it's been sitting on a shelf for a while and it's a little tired, but it's still, I mean, it still plays. But this was 78 cents, and it's the same pattern style as that's why I thought this probably is for like an office set. But I thought it was really pretty. It's like a pink Victorian style house. So I'll probably sell those as a set. And then I got a bag full of vintage sewing patterns. There's quite a bit. A lot of them are curtains. So there's some curtain patterns. Some quilts. Head accessories. Just more quilts. There's a few clothing. Anyways, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 9 of them, and I'll probably sell them as a lot because I've noticed that I sell a lot of crafting books or crafting patterns, and they usually sell better as a group of like things. So like the quilting ones, I'll probably sell those together. The curtains, I'll probably sell those together. Just because a lot of times people that sew kind of have like a niche that they sew for. Because they're $1.98 and then less than that actually, I usually can sell patterns for about $5 to $10. So even, you know, getting them very inexpensively, even if I did lot them together, I'll still do pretty good with those. And as far as pricing goes, I know in my last haul video I didn't really go over what I plan to list things for. Sometimes I'll do auctions and I'll just like start things off, and just because if I'm not really sure about where the price point is, or if the prices are just all over the place, I'd kind of rather just let the value kind of be determined by the people, or if it's a very unique piece or a very rare piece that there's not a lot of comparables. So sometimes I do auctions, but I usually just try and price in between. So I am going to start discussing more about how much I'm going to be pricing things. You know what? Let me go ahead and say these guys here, I'll probably list them for about 15, because Odagiris it's kind of got its own following, and the style is really unique and interesting. So probably $15 for these. And then the patterns, I'm not really sure how I'm going to divide those up, but I usually, depending on the pattern, clothing patterns don't do quite as well as crafting or curtains. So I'd say, you know, a few dollars a pattern. So moving on. Oh, the ornaments, I really have no idea. I have no idea, because I haven't even really dug into it enough to even really research them or see what they are going for, or if I'm going to sell them as a lot. But with Christmas coming up, I know a lot of people like the vintage or the homemade, handmade, hand-painted, wooden, and then they're also kind of nostalgic to certain generations like me. So yeah, I'll probably just do a lot of them for maybe $10 or $15. And what I usually try and do is when I price things, people say, well, you know, you're going to buy things really, really cheap, and then you turn around and you're selling it, and, you know, how can you do that? And, like, how do you know what to do? And, you know, you're telling the price on YouTube, and is that smart? And if people know how much you paid for it. But I guess for me, like, especially with what I sell, it's collectibles. It's things that people are looking for, people want. And yeah, I may go and find it at my thrift store, but it may not be at someone else's thrift store. And if they're going from thrift store to thrift store to thrift store to antique store looking for these certain things, they may or may not find them. So my goal is always to buy something low enough to where I can turn around and sell it on eBay and still give it to someone that they would consider a really good deal, where they feel like, hey, this is a really good price, I'm getting a good deal on this. And I just want to kind of pass that on. And I get a lot of enjoyment out of getting feedback from people on eBay where they're like, oh, I was looking for this and I really wanted this and I've been looking all over for it. And that just, I think that's kind of payment in itself, maybe. So that's kind of how I look at pricing things. I'm not in this to make millions of dollars. I'm not in this to be, you know, a super wealthy person. It's just something that I enjoy doing and passing on these items so they don't end up in the landfills. I am very much an environmentalist, and I believe there are so many beautiful, 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 useful things still here, and the less things we can continue to make and populate the world with, the better. So I'm all for using what we have and passing on things like that. Okay, I am off my soapbox. I'm not going to preach anymore. So, moving on. CHKD. Last thing I got at CHKD, I think. Okay, no, second to last thing. So this is it's just marked made in Japan, and the only reason I got this was clearly for the design on it, because it's very what I would consider mid-century modern, with the design of it and the colors, and it's very clean lines, and I liked the shape of it and the design. I paid 46 cents. So, you know, I'm not sure, maybe $5 to $8. I think it's cute, and it's in a very neutral color scheme, so a lot of people can incorporate this in their design and it'll match because it's kind of a universal color. The gold on it is like a gilding. It's but the black and it seems to be very hand painted. So there's that. And that is all that I got at. Nope. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's Friday. My brain is. It's on like a weekend processing. It's done. It's like I'm checking out early. Okay. One more thing. This was the biggest purchase, so I don't know how I forget it. So I got this set. It's Carlsbad Austrian China, and it is really beautiful. And it's not a complete set. I have the bowls. They're like salad bowls. And plates. Salad plates. And these are the dinner plates. And I don't have a complete set. There's more dinner plates than there are salad plates, and more. There's just varying. So I'll probably sell them individually and just put in my description and on my listing that there are multiple items, and then if people want to get multiple items, they can get a discount if they do order more. That's usually how I do that if I don't have a full set, or if I do end up having a complete set of something, I'll sell those as a set, and then any extra pieces I just sell individually in case people are looking for a replacement, or maybe they have an incomplete set and they're just looking for a piece. They don't necessarily need a whole place setting. They just need 1 or 2 pieces. So anyways, so the bowls were 98 cents. The plates were 98 cents. And the dinner plates were $1.58. And again, 25% off of that. I don't remember the number I got of them. They're still in a box wrapped up. I just took these out so I could do the video and do my listing. I'm not sure. I really don't know how much I'll list these for, honestly. You'll just have to check my store. There'll be a link in the description if you are interested in these, because I have to see what I have of what. I just saw the stack of them and I just grabbed them up, put them in my cart, because there is this other lady there that was circling them. So I had to act fast. I had to work quick and get them because, you know, you just don't know. Oh, okay, speaking of that lady, she was a lovely lady. We talked quite a bit. I'm thinking she might have been another reseller. I don't know. She just kind of had that vibe. You know, sometimes you can just pick up on each other. So she had gotten these coasters. They're not coasters, saucers. And then she got they were like bread and butter plates. And there were cups right above it, on the shelf right above it, that matched the saucer. And I thought, why would you do that? Like, why would you? Because, you know, that's one of the biggest frustrations is when you go into a thrift store and you love this little teacup, but there's no saucer, and then you're like, oh, but I need the saucer. So it just really bothered me. And she would gone down the aisle, and I sat there and I waited, and then I just kept, I'm like, should I say something? Should I say something? Like, why did she take the cups? I mean, that's the best part of the whole thing. And I thought maybe she's doing like a tiered tidbit tray or some kind of craft thing, or making a clock. I don't know. So I didn't really say anything. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to leave it. If I get the opportunity, I'll say something. So she circled and came back down, and I said, hey, I noticed you got the saucers to this really pretty pattern. Did you see these cups up here? And she said, oh my gosh, no, I didn't see those. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you pointed those out. I don't know how in the world I missed them. So see, sometimes it pays. It really pays. Because she got these saucers, and now she's got the cups to go with them. It was meant to be. It really was. It was meant to be. So that's story time with Lori. We're done. Okay, so we're done with CHKD. Then I walked right next door to Goodwill, and there's this groove in the yard in between the two places where people walk back and forth. So I usually park at Goodwill because the parking lot's bigger and easier to get out of, and then I just walk over to CHKD, and there is a groove in the ground where people kind of make that trek. So Goodwill, I didn't get a whole lot, but the things I got I really liked. I really like California pottery. It's something. It's one of those things I gravitate toward. You know how I told you that there's things you just kind of naturally gravitate towards. This is one of them. And I actually researched these online, and the prices were kind of all over the place. Some of them are selling for $10. Some are, well, I won't say selling. I'll say listed. But I really liked the way these go together. And at first, when I saw this, and you'll probably know what I'm talking about. When I first saw this, I thought, okay, this is one of those trays that kind of go, there's like a center bowl, and then you've got the little trays that go around it and kind of a pattern. And I thought, no, that's not the right shape for that. So then, when I saw its friend here, I thought, aha, it goes like that. So this is Belmar of California. Here, I'll show you that. Can you see it? And I did see some of these, you know, I like it. I can't help it. I like it. So maybe I'll use it for my Christmas party or Thanksgiving and just try it out, make sure it works, you know, make sure there's no cracks or holes or anything. You got to do like good quality control and make sure things work. Now, I don't know. I might keep it because there were a few already listed. I don't know. I just like it. So that may be a me bowl because I do a lot of entertaining. I'll decide. You'll see. If you check my eBay store and if you see it, then that means I'm not keeping it, I'm listing it. That's that's the best way to know. Okay, so there was that. Both pieces were $2.25 and it was yellow sticker week, so I got 50% off of that. So yes, I absolutely picked them up because that's just really hard to pass up. Then I got this. The sticker's already off of it. Now, the bottom. I don't know about this. I know that in researching it, it's listed as a McCoy piece, and I've seen other pieces that are shaped like this, the berry and vine McCoy pieces, so I'm thinking there's a possibility that this is McCoy. It's really beautiful. I love the way the red is layered over the green. So it's kind of a holiday, it's kind of a farmhouse style. It's just, there's just a lot of different ways that you could incorporate this into a style. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm kind of one of those people where if it's not absolutely positively marked without a shadow of a doubt, I over-research it just to make sure, because I don't want to list something and say this is this and it's that, and that's not the impression I want to give over to people of how I do business. I'd rather be 100% certain. So if you guys know for sure, I'm almost pretty sure that's McCoy. So, but it's not marked, so I don't know. And it's like unfinished, or maybe they painted it. I don't know, but it looks like an unfinished. I'm not sure. It looks a little different, but if you know anything, feel free to let me know. And then there was another, oh, the story about that. Okay, we're going back to the story time. Pull up a chair. So this vase had 2 stickers on it. Now I know that there's people out there that are dishonest and they'll switch stickers, especially at Goodwill when they have their color stickers, and they'll swap a sticker for one that's the current color of the week. I didn't do it. I promise. Wait, officer. I promise I didn't do it. No, really, I didn't do it. There were 2 stickers on it. There was one that was orange that said $4.25, and one that was yellow, the 50% off, that said $3.25. So, what's a girl to do? I mean, what are you supposed to do? So, I took the orange tag off and I left the yellow tag because, I mean, it was already on there. It's not like I took the yellow tag off. Anyways, that's my confession for today. I switched the tag. I didn't switch the tags. I promise. It was already on there. It was. I promise. It was already on there. I should have taken a picture with both of them on there because they were both on there. I just, I didn't want to confuse the situation, so I just, yeah. So I got this for $3.25, 50% off. Honestly, what I think happened is a lot of times if things aren't selling, I do know, a Goodwill worker that I run into a lot, she actually told me that sometimes if things have been sitting there for a while, they'll kind of mark it down a little bit and then put the sticker of the week on to try and get it to move out. And I think that's probably what happened, and they just didn't take the other sticker off. That's the story I'm going with, okay? I'm going with that story because that's what I think happened. Okay, so another piece, and this is absolutely marked McCoy, is this little picture with the yellow flowers. And it does have, can you see? Okay, so it says McCoy USA on the bottom, and I paid $2.25 for this. I just like the feel of McCoy. It's just good stuff. So that's just a simple little thing, McCoy. I got this, and there's 3 of them, but I'm only going to show you one because they're all the same. Yeah, they're all the same. I've done so much research on these, I don't even know. So they're plates. And I have 3 of them, and they're very thick, very, they're like a pottery. They're not like a porcelain or a china. They're very dense, almost like a redware. And they're painted, and then they have that, I don't know what that mark is. The back, that's the back. And I haven't found anything like them. I don't know if they bought them like this, like without the writing on it, and then someone did like an art project and wrote this on there. I really don't know. I just thought they were very unique. A couple of them have like a little bit of the chipping in the paint, but it's not really that noticeable. Like especially if you're displaying it and holding it up. They're mainly on the back. But sometimes I'll just get a piece if it's like a really good price, because these were 3 for $2.25, so that is the yellow tag, so that means it was 50% off. Sometimes I just get things because I'm just curious and I just want to research. And even if I list them for $5 for the set, I've made my money back, so no money lost. It's just like a fun little research project. And I think they look neat. So if you guys have seen anything like that, please let me know. I have no where to even start to research that. And I looked up the brand on the bag. I can't find anything for that. So if you're out there and if you're listening and if you know something, just let me know in the comments or I don't know, if you're shy, send me an email. I don't mind. So I do believe that's everything for Tuesday. Yesterday was Halloween. I usually do thrifting on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I did not do any thrifting yesterday because it was Halloween, and even though my children are all grown, we were just pumpkin carving and roasting pumpkin seeds and doing things like that around the house. So I didn't really get a chance to go out and go thrift shopping. I might go out today, even though it's Friday and that's not following the rules of thrifting. I might go out today. I might not, because I still have to list all this stuff, and I kind of want to get it listed before the weekend, because I do know I'll go thrifting over the weekend, and I want to be able to have a clean slate on Monday to where I can just jump into the week and get things going. So I think that is it for me. I do appreciate you guys stopping by and spending some time with me and seeing what lovely treasures have made it through time to pass my way, that I can move on to its next journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you come back, and I hope you have a great weekend. See you next time. Bye.